Hello, and welcome to a tutorial from Sarah Dunce Designs. Today, you will be learning how to wind yarn using a Nostepinne. First, you have your yarn and your Nostepinne. Untwist your yarn from the hank and cut any ties that are holding the hank in place. Place the loop of yarn around your knees. You can also use a yarn swift or the back of a chair. For this tutorial, I'm using my knees. Take one end of the yarn and wind it into the notch on top of the Nostepinne. Then, wind several times around the main shaft of the Nostepinne, winding close together. Scrunch up your winding if needed. Yes, that's a technical term. Then, begin winding on an angle over the loops you previously wound. Use your thumb and index finger to guide the yarn if you need to. Once you have wound several loops, rotate the Nostepinne and wind several more. Some folks find it easier to rotate the Nostepinne and wind at the same time. I'm not one of them. You can use whatever method is easier for you. Continue winding around the Nostepinne, rotating as you need to. The ball of yarn will grow, becoming egg-shaped as you work. A Nostepinne is useful in making center-pull balls of yarn, as well as being a more portable yarn winding tool than your conventional table ball winder. Indeed, I've used my Nostepinne and my knees to wind yarn on a bus. I did get a few strange looks, but it worked. The other reason I wind using a Nostepinne is that it allows for the yarn to be stored in a ball without being under tension. A traditional hand-wound ball runs the risk of stretching out the yarn if stored for long periods of time. Once you've reached the end of your yarn, you're done. Simply pull out the Nostepinne and remove the yarn from the notch at the top. Now that you've learned how to wind yarn using a Nostepinne, check out my other video on how to do a long tail cast-on. Thanks for watching and happy crafting!